Hey my awesome friends, it's Anissa, and in this video I'm going to talk about 5 tips to help you breastfeed in public. First off, breastfeeding takes work. It takes time and work to establish breastfeeding between you and your baby. And this is when that maternity leave is supposed to become in handy, except it's not required federally by the United States, unfortunately. But please don't expect it to be normal. It's not something that's supposed to just magically happen. It takes some time learning the process on how to breastfeed for the baby and for the mother. The baby's never had to do it. The mother's never had to do it. And this can be true for even second-time mothers. And when I talk about time, it can take a few weeks to maybe a couple months before breastfeeding is established between mother and baby. So again, that maternity leave, that's when this comes in handy. Being able to breastfeed anytime, anywhere just frees up so much hassle of carrying formula and bottles and having to keep one thing cold and then warm it up later. It's so much easier, especially if you are somebody who has to travel a lot and you're gonna bring your baby with you. It's easier if you don't have to bring all that stuff, the breastfeed, the pump, anything. I know breastfeeding in public can feel a little bit scary, so here are my 5 tips to help you breastfeed in public. First tip is to invest in some breastfeeding friendly clothes. Now, I'm not talking about specific clothes made for breastfeeding, though I am wearing a dress that is made for breastfeeding. There's a zipper right here that unzips, and it's on the other side as well. I have very few items just like this. You can also get some of the items at thrift stores, but even dresses like this, these low-cut shirts here, any of these other ones, I always just try to buy clothes with breastfeeding in mind. Now, if you do have some of these nursing tops, but you don't want to undo the nursing top in front of everybody, you can also wear a double layer like this, and then that way it's a little bit more discreet. You're not showing everything. I didn't think about this too much with my first baby, but my breastfeeding journey has been over 2 years. And so now I'm a lot more strategic when it comes to buying certain clothes or getting clothes. It needs to be breastfeeding friendly because I breastfed my first baby for almost 2 years and now I'm on to baby number 2. So I expect almost 2 years. My second tip is to practice breastfeeding at home in these different clothes, covers, and carriers. But know that it's totally okay if you're fumbling around in public trying to breastfeed your baby. No one's judging you, and yeah, maybe you might have the ones that are judging you because you're breastfeeding or those that are judging you because you're not breastfeeding. I mean, seriously, come on, you guys. Don't let them get to your head, okay? It's okay. You'll be fine. Take deep breath and then just focus on you and your baby. My third tip is to use a cover. Now, I realize there are 2 types of mothers. There are those that just simply pop the boob out in public, or there's those that are more discreet and want to have a nursing cover. You want to make sure nobody is watching you or seeing anything. So whoever you are, this tip is for you. So if you need to be discreet for your own mental sake, if that's what you are and that's what's going to make you more comfortable, then you'll want to use a nursing cover such as this. Or if you don't want to invest in buying a nursing cover, you can use a scarf, or you can take one of the swaddles that you probably already have and then just tie a knot, put it over your head, and use that as a nursing cover. Okay, that kind of messed up my hair, but let's move on. So my 4th tip is to practice breastfeeding in a baby carrier. I have 2 different types of video here for a baby carrier and how to breastfeed in them. One using the baby wrap, and then also another one using the Ergo baby carrier. You can check out those videos pop-ups over here, or you can also click at it at the end of this video. There are lots of different types of baby carriers out there than the 2 that I have mentioned that I personally use. However, all of them take a little bit of adjustment and a little bit of practice to be able to breastfeed your baby in a carrier. So practice at home. And please don't give up right away. It does take some time to nurse your baby in a baby carrier, so practice at home. But it does take a few adjustments. Once you get the hang of it, it will be so much easier to take your baby out with the baby carrier and also feed your baby whenever you need to. Tip number 5 is to be confident. If you're choosing to breastfeed your baby, that is great. There are so many benefits to both mother and baby when it comes to breastfeeding. But please don't feel the need that you need to breastfeed your baby in the bathroom stall. Out of all places, you wouldn't want to eat in the bathroom stall, especially public ones, and I don't think your baby does either. Plus, it's not sanitary. Now, after 2 years of breastfeeding in public and not using a nursing cover of any sort, because I'm one of those mothers that just pops the boob out, I have had this many people come up to me to complain or tell me to go away. That's right, 0 people. And I breastfeed my babies everywhere, anywhere, at any time. IKEA, grocery store, Costco, farmer's market, let me think, the mall, play areas, yeah, parks. Okay, you get the idea. Hiking too. And seriously, I can count on one hand how many times I've actually used a nursing cover. It's very few and far between. I'm all about normalizing breastfeeding, so the more people see it, the better. And that's just my personal take on it. I'm also very encouraging if a toddler or a young child comes up to me and starts looking at me while I'm breastfeeding. I encourage the mothers or the parents to come up to me and actually talk to me about it. I'll even talk to them about it if they have any questions regarding what is going on, what they're looking at, what they're seeing. I mean, kids are great because they have no shame at staring and just bluntly telling us their thoughts. So that's awesome. Watch this video next to learn all about breastfeeding, and please subscribe to my channel. If you found this video helpful, give it a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!